So, Nicki. Last night, Nicki Minaj had some time to go ahead and address a lot of folks, alright? So she took some shots towards Jay-Z. Y'all know the situation with the Epstein foul dump mention. Once again, it was only hotline intake. So you guys take everything with a grain of salt. But I went into detail on that topic in 2 videos. You can go ahead and check those out. But let's focus on this Nicki angle. So Nicki Minaj is going in on Jay-Z. She also went in on Lizzo. Hold on tight for that. That's towards the end of the video. But as she been talking, people have been challenging things that she's been saying, and if she is wrong, then I ain't gonna lie, this could call for a lawsuit. But Nicki has been saying that she gonna sue herself, so I don't know what's going on as far as Nicki's specific gripe, but let's get to it. So last night, Nicki posted this right here saying, these ages of Aaliyah and Jay-Z, then Jay-Z and Beyonce, and the caption says, are y'all understanding that these people have been sacrificing children as a way of gaining and maintaining power? If you ever vote Democrat again, you're just as soulless as they are and will perish. Maybe it's time for me to do some story times, since I was trying to not say what I know, yet they continue to attempt bullying. Also, I won't be releasing an album until my contract is renegotiated and until I tell you about all the sabotage this Rico is finding out about Billboard. After Cardi B dropped her album, Nicki Minaj hinted towards an album dropping at the end of March, but she's saying that ain't dropping, so I don't know. Now, she continues to say, imagine if a 30-year-old rapper was out here with a 16-year-old in this day and age, and how y'all would have his head on a platter. The guy was hugging and humping on teens in broad daylight. Next, I'll get on the owner of the Shade Room and more. So then she retweeted this thing talking about the different ages, about Jay-Z dating Foxy Brown when she was 15 and took her virginity. Allegedly. This person right here is not saying allegedly at all. Jay-Z was going out with Aaliyah when she was 15, 16. Beyonce at 16. Rihanna at 16, and said in an interview that she was flown to meet Jay-Z, who would have let her leave until she signed a contract and locked her in the office until 3 a.m. and so on and so forth. Nicki Minaj says true or false with her infamous Chucky meme. So here goes people debunking what she's been saying. This person says, throughout the years, Foxy Brown has said this is not true. This right here is a post from Foxy Brown. On her Instagram story, it says, fake fairy tale news. I understand the void I've left in my absence, but the Fox and Hove lies are pathetic at this point. Quietly raising my beautiful girl, preparing for the greatest comeback in the music. Hop off my schmeat. All right. So Foxy denied any of those rumors. Nicki posted this right here saying, what in the funk, with Jay-Z and Aaliyah posing right there. But peep this interaction right here in the comments. This person says, wasn't Aaliyah 21 in these photos? This Barb right here says she was, but we have a narrative to paint, so she's 16 in these photos for now. This Aaliyah fan page responded confirming the age and also says, she stated multiple times that she was not dating that man. And also with Nicki Minaj posting this right here, this is the actual real photo. Jay-Z was not hugging Beyonce right here, but someone photoshopped it so they would be right next to each other to get this allegation off. I'm telling y'all, boy, I wonder if Nicki Minaj's lawyer looked at this stuff before she posted this shit. Okay, so in the previous video, we talked about a situation with the Grammy shit, and I'm not gonna run that back again. Go watch that video for that. But a lot of people have been coming at Nicki Minaj, man. This person right here is, I can't remember the dude's name. Billy Porter. He was talking about her, so she fired back and said, George Clinton, sit your stinking ass down. I mean, Porter Potty or whatever the fuck your name is, comparing Billy Porter to George Clinton, and this what he said right here for that response from Nicki.
Over her.
Fuck her.
I don't know.
I ain't gonna lie. I hope his breath was fresh because he brought that shit from deep within. Everything he ate from the past 3 weeks went straight into that lady's face. That was crazy. But okay. Nicki continues to say they sabotaged my documentary because I spoke about abuse that I suffered. They've been trying to stall all my projects in hopes I lose a bunch of money and beg them for help. Their leaders still think it's a joke. The destruction that's about to come down on them isn't funny. I told y'all to leave me alone. Now you'll understand why you should have just sat there and taken your meds. Now I'm assuming the abuse is about Meek Mill, all right? Because people have pulled up these tweets, and Meek was saying this in 2020, The only way you can try to kill my career is to say I beat women. Talk about your brother convicted of rape and you been new and paid for his lawyer. Your little brother touched that little girl too. You know I know. You want me to crash with your boyfriend and I won't. You said you willing to crash your man because you losing now and everybody in the industry know you a bad person. You been knew your brother was touching that little girl. That's why I got away from you. Surrounded by rapists talking what? Stop playing. You picked the great time to be saying I ever put my hands on you. You full of hate and the whole industry know you full of hate and your bag getting low so you want to destroy me. That's what Meek was saying. Meek was her boyfriend at some point in time and saying that he knew that the brother was doing what the brother was doing that got him convicted. So if you guys don't know, Nicki Minaj's brother is sentenced to 25 years to life in jail for raping his stepdaughter, and her husband is also a registered sex offender. So interesting. So Lizzo, now Nicki Minaj pulled from her Azalea Banks files and says Fat Lizzo lost 300 pounds just to sell 300 albums. So now she has loose skin and a flop album and a weird charge. Sheesh. Once again, for reference,
Fat Lizzo! I hate you, Fat Lizzo. I fucking hate you, girl. I hate you for coming out with that floss up your fucking fat ass.
Azalea Banks is crazy as hell, dog. Y'all know she my birthday twin, dog. Like the same exact birthday, bruh. Very embarrassing, but I'd rather tell y'all before y'all find out on your own and understand that I am shamed. I am shamed. But that was in response to Lizzo saying this in the past.
So I'm getting texts like about Nicki and I'm like, what are you talking about? I didn't even know. Then, you know, I researched and saw what was going on. And I'm going to say it like this. Celebrities' opinions of other celebrities does not matter. I'm telling you, it doesn't matter. So my opinion of her does not matter. But what I will tell you is you're about to see an influx of people who see that it is more profitable and more beneficial to join that side. You're going to see it. It already started. And it's going to continue. This is his first year. This is Trump's first year as president. We got 3 more years of people who are going to surprise you. And it's going to hurt your feelings and it's going to disappoint you. And you have to know that, like, there's money behind everything. There are privileges behind every move people in these positions make. And I'm not surprised.
All right, so Lizzo also was defending Jay-Z when it came to the Epstein file dump. Peep what she had to say right here.
One more thing before I go into glam. This Epstein file shit, I have to, it's really frustrating to me because there are 3 million files, right? 3 million documents in the files, because over the course of however long this man has been doing these crimes, every email, every text message, everything, just in general about this man's life has been put into these files to scan for illegal activities, right? Every text message you sent to somebody. If you stole an apple from Walmart and you were on trial for stealing an apple from Walmart, is every person in your phone an accomplice? Is every person in your phone, is every email you sent to a person or speaking about a person, does that make that person complicit? Does that make that person a bad guy? No, it doesn't. And that's the same thing with the Diddy stuff. I told y'all, the media is so smart. They're going to make you so distracted with celebrity names that you're not going to focus on the problem. You think every party that Diddy ever threw was a freak off and people were fucking and slipping and sliding on baby oil? No. That man had birthday parties. That man had Easter gatherings. That man had Super Bowl parties. That man had Christmas parties, Halloween parties, regular parties. And so now they're saying Mom Donnie's mom, who's a filmmaker, they're like, oh, she's on the Epstein list because she was on a guest list for Ghislaine Maxwell's like showing of a political film once. Hey, you're distracted. You just want Mom Donnie to be a bad guy or his mom. A girl can go to a movie premiere. You think Ghislaine Maxwell woke up every single day trafficking children? No. We're losing the plot. And it's just like the American people in the comments. I knew she was wrong. Jay-Z, I knew he was. What did it say Jay-Z did? He was there in 1996. Come on, people. Like, y'all are falling for it. It's the easiest, oldest trick in the book. And honestly, I'm losing faith in the average intelligence of the American person. Because, come on. Just because somebody's name is mentioned in a 3 million document file of a person's life who's been lived over crimes who've spanned decades, doesn't mean that every single person is an accomplice. He could be mentioned. He referenced Jay-Z once. He was like, oh, we could learn from Jay-Z's business model. Why are y'all? Where's the crime? Focus. Anyways, y'all.
Now, from my understanding, this post is now deleted from her TikTok. That's what folks are saying, but Lizzo was speaking out defending folks. Y'all know Lizzo had her own situation, so I'm pretty sure she relates when things like this pop up because she was in the same boat, same position. But alright, Nicki Minaj says your favorite artist has been practicing rituals in a satanic cult where they take babies from other countries and mutilate and kill them as a form of a blood sacrifice to their god. You see, when your master is Satan, you must constantly shed blood. However, the jig is up. Play on words when it comes to Jay-Z. Okay. She says, maybe I should discuss the brainwashing techniques they use. And as they do their ritual tonight, God Almighty will reveal himself to them. The ritual will backfire on them. God will not be mocked. Blessed is the mighty name of Jesus Christ. Every tongue that rises up against me in judgment shall be condemned and put to shame. Watch. In a little magic wand. All right. So people are responding to that with this right here. This is going viral in response to that saying, February 12th, 2012. The Grammy organizers asked her to modify her performance, which they deemed blasphemous. Fake priest exorcism. Whitney Houston had died the day before. She was Christian. Out of respect, they asked her to adjust. She refuses. Today she calls other people's Luciferians. The irony is filthy. So I guess they saying you was on the Grammys doing like a little ritual, you know, like casting your little Roman out. Y'all remember Roman from back in the days with Nicki Minaj, her split personality. So folks like, how dare you say they have a ritual when people may feel like that was satanic, especially a lot of people that were Christian, you know. Everybody got that one Christian auntie or grandma or something that they don't play about certain things on TV, certain movies they would not watch. They like, hell no, I ain't watching that shit. But that's that right there, man. Barbs, anti-barbs, it's y'all turn. I presented both sides to y'all. Y'all gotta let me know what you gotta say in the comment section below. I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here though. This is another update with Stace. Yo.